도라님 12인 철벽당 입성하십니다.
Arriving at the elevated Verescent Jade Hall, we enter the hall where the first round was to be held. As always, the servant by the gate announced our arrival with a resounding holler we'd grown to expect. I mean, look at this place. Oh my gosh. I mean, this kind of looks like a scene straight out of freaking Squid Game. They're gonna have to knock each other off of this platform.
투기장이나 경기장 같은 형태인가?
Yep, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
보는 눈이 제법 많은 것 같습니다, 관리자님.
We're not afraid. We are not afraid, tadpoles. I looked up to see that the audience seats, which were brimming with people, were divided into stair-like terraces, and on the platform at the opposite end of the hall, 3 shadows of chairs could be seen cast on the obscuring curtain fabric. I bet you it's the grandmother and the parents. As for us, we followed the attendant's guidance and stood next to the other participants at the circular area in the center. So, are the evaluations happening past those curtains?
대육?
Dayu. See someone you recognize?
아니요. 괜찮아요, 단테님.
Honglu. Hey, we saw the little hiccup there, buddy boy.
다시 만나도 마땅히 할 이야기가 없거든요.
We don't really have anything to talk about anyway.
인연이 있다면 이야기할 기회가 닿을 테죠.
시작하나 보네요.
It's finally getting started. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The curtain slid open and the old woman we saw from yesterday's banquet walked out to the platform.
나는 운이 따라줘 오래전 가모의 자리에 올랐지만은 장관
Listen to this
세월이 지나
music.
이제는 이 자리를 내려놓고 산하를 흘러다니려 한다.
I seek to abdicate and walk the path of mountains and streams as a river does.
그리하여 앉았던 자리는 공석이 될진저 자격을 갖춘 자는 이를 메워야 할지니 가씨, 설씨, 왕씨, 사씨가의 기둥들로 이루어진 이 대관원에
We
우리가
once again
하루도
ask
잊지
you
않고 추구하던 하나의
the
질문에
perennial
대한
question.
답을
Oh, what is the perennial question?
그대들은 전력을 다하여 찾아왔을 것이라 믿는다.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we have to show our gifts. Who's the woman next to her? I know, I was wondering the same thing.
제 첫째 누나인 원초 누나예요.
Honglu's oldest sister? Damn.
큐사에 아주 높으신 분과 혼례를 치른 후 쭉 큐사에서 지내시다가 발걸음을 하셨나 보네요.
Wow, looks like she's visiting for the event.
비록 다른 둥지에
Well,
머물고
well, well.
고륙의 정을 나누고 천륜의 지성을 다할 수 있도록 잠시 자리하였으니
Though I have resided long in a foreign nest, I now return fleetingly to share the love with my flesh and blood, to fulfill my duties as observed by the order of filial piety.
최선을 다해 진리를 살피겠노라. 누군가는 순조롭게, 누군가는 천만고비 끝에 이 해답을 가져왔을 터.
Some of you may have walked a laid path gentle to your feet, yet some of you may have struggled through an unlaid, brutal path of cragged mountains, a thousandfold to find your answers.
1차 심사의 기회는 단 한 번뿐.
All of you equally have but one opportunity for the first round.
그럼에도 그대들은 모두 이곳 대관원의 후계자들이었으며 탈락마저도 대관원의 부흥이 되리라. 이제부터 호명하는 순서대로 나와 불로,
Okay.
불사, 장생의 진귀한 해답을 시연하거라.
Oh. Invaluable answers to the questions of 3 freedoms, one from aging, one from death, and one from brevity of
기한
life.
불가하다면 거짓 없는 증거를 내보여야 한다. 놓치지 말고 버리지 말라. 젊음은 영원 무궁하리라.
Let fresh youth be unending and eternal. After their respective speeches, Jia Yuan Shun and Jia Mu disappeared behind the curtains atop the
첫
platform.
번째 참가자
Who's up first? It seemed that Hong Lu's father assumed the role of the host for the first round.
왕씨 가문의
Ren.
인
What the hell? Wong Ren. Why? Why does it sound like their freaking shoes are filled with water? That sounds disgusting. Wong Ren, the first to be summoned, walked up to the platform. Behind him was his faction, who were dragging someone by a rope toward the platform. It's a zombie.
빨리 와라, 멍청한 것.
Oh my god. Push this kid off the platform, please.
누구를 데려가는 거죠?
Zombies.
저 정도의 움직임이면 강제로 끌고 가는 것 같다.
They're pulling a Michonne from The Walking Dead.
불로불사 하라. 태어날 때 주어진 몸뚱아리 이상의 단계로 진보를 꿈꾸는 건 어느 날개나 가지고 있는 수건인가 봐. 홍원의 불로불사도 그런 맥락이겠지.
소자.
A blood bag. Oh, that's when we were finally able to recognize who the candidate dragged up to the stage. Oh, the eyes unfocused and red, mouth slick with drool dribbling down the mouth guard. Meaningless, snarling. That is a mindless blood bag.
혈귀가 불로불사의 답이 될 수 있는
I mean, I guess if you become a blood fiend, you live forever.
일반 사람들의 시선에서는 불로와 가깝게 느껴질 수도 있겠지만 저희는 이미 알고 있다시피
Right.
혈귀 또한 피를 섭취하지 못하면 늙고 쇠약해집니다.
Yeah, they become weak if they cannot feed.
짐작컨대 저들이 원하는 답과는 한참 멀 것이라고 예상되는군요.
After some struggle, the blood bag was dragged, kicking and growling past the curtains atop the platform.
그것이 소문으로나 들리던 혈기라는 것인가?
저걸로 되겠나? 아는 사람이 몇 없긴 해도
What a start to today's video, tadpales. Oh my gosh. Blood fiends would indeed be quite the esoteric knowledge, but to the judges of this contest, I doubt they're anything more than a lukewarm trivia. But welcome to today's video, tadpales. We are back playing some Limbus Company, continuing Canto 8. I want to go hard playing Limbus Company and finish Canto 8 as soon as possible. So welcome.
저거는 게으름.
Where did they get the blood bag to begin with? He's either lazy as balls or that boy ain't right up his stairs.
생각보다 혈귀에 대해 아는 이들이 많구려.
본래 혈기는 각 둥지에 퍼져 있으니 알만한 자는
I see.
우리가 아닐 걸세.
I was thinking too much of like they were only in Lamachalande. After a brief moment that lasted less than a minute, Wong Ren and his faction emerged from behind the curtains and descended the platform.
파주 심사 후보 왕인 결과를 기다리기 위해 자리에 서라.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Then they ascended the round podium behind the platform as ordered.
왕인 가주 심사 1차 결과 탈락.
Elimination. Goodbye.
피, 무한한 피만 있으면 이들은 영원할 거라니까요, 가모님.
Venerable Jiamu, please.
아니, 영원하지 않을 거라네. 심사하는 자들의 비원, 진정한 불로불사가 무엇인지는 본인도 모르네만 피에 종속되어 영혼을 고통받는 혈기는 그 방법에 손꼽힐 수 없네.
I do love the fact that we are getting a lot of like Don Quixote's Canto and her, you know, obviously being Sancho, is bleeding into the Intervalo and now into Canto 8. It's like Don Quixote spotlight isn't fully gone here, and I love it because, you know, I love Don Quixote. She is my favorite, along with Gregor and Rojian and Heathcliff and Hong Lu and pretty much, no, it kind of stops there. I do like Yisong
그런 하지만
and Sinclair.
기억은 그대로 가지고 있다고 사냥꾼 놈들이.
But those damn hunters told me they'll still retain all their memories.
모든 욕망과 감정의 방향이 피로 귀결되어 비틀어질 거다. 끝없이 불행한 삶만이 남았다면 모를까. 저렇게 놓고 싶지 않은 것으로 가득한 자들에게 혈기가 되라 말하는 것은 불로불사를 주는 것이 아니라 정신의 족쇄를 채워 피의 노예가 되어라 재촉하는
Yeah,
것과
exactly.
크게 다르지 않을 테지.
You become enslaved to feasting.
보옥의 세력원이 훌륭한 답변을 주었으니 더 말할 것도 없겠구나.
하물며 진짜 고위 혈귀를 데려온 것도 아닌 피주머니를 데려왔으니 성의 또한 부족하다 보이는구나.
I can't even well commend your efforts. Get out of here, Ren.
왕가
You suck.
진작 탈락한 자에게 걸맞지 않은
Get
이유를
off the
친히 알리셨으니
stage.
이를 생애 마지막에 은혜로 하시게.
A privilege that failed candidates do not deserve. Let this be the final blessing of your life. Oh, damn! Are you kidding? Did they literally push him in? No way they pushed him off the platform. Oh, no shit. Oh my god, the podium suddenly opens under their feet, casting Wong, Red, and the blood bag to its depths with a blood-curdling screech. Yo, that is awesome. That is like some 300 stuff right there. Oh my god. I did not expect that. That is sick. So I wonder if you know, Ren clearly was the weakest out of all of us, right? I'm thinking. So does that mean only one is eliminated like that? Or if we all fail, do we all? I guess we're gonna find out. So that's what happens when you fail to pass.
이거 그냥 극적인 연출을 위한
Oh
거지.
my god. This is gonna be like a side path leading back upstairs, right? Nope, you'd be dead.
그럴 리가.
Oh my.
지독하게 고인 고통의
Oh,
냄새가
he's probably down in the depths right now, barely clinging on to life. His body mangled, barely being able to breathe, choking on blood.
류시도 참 점점 쇠불한 농담이 늘고 있다니까.
Nope, no nasty jokes.
저 발판 아래는 어디로 이어지는 거지?
It probably is nowhere, right?
깊은 곳까지 이어진 것 같다만.
Judging by the time between the drop and the sound of the fall, I presume it goes quite far down.
아마도 가문의 오래된 비밀들이 있는 장소일 거예요. 아, 당연히 보물 같은 건 아니랍니다. 보통 사람들이 알려고 든다면 흑수들이 찾아오는 정도라나요?
Yeah, we don't want to visit from the Haiju. No.
본격적으로 준비했네요.
그래. 그리고 그 본격적인 준비 우리가 당할 수도 있는 거고.
No, Gregor. We are not going to fail. The next candidate was summoned before we were able to shake off the initial
두
shock.
번째 참가자
Oh my gosh.
설씨 가문의
Uh-oh. We sat through a few more names and subsequent failures. We couldn't hear what exactly they were talking about beyond the curtains, and unlike the very loud and obvious blood bag, the answers other candidates brought were less obvious. So, all we had to go on were the shadows of their desperate attempts to explain things before the judges. Yo! That is sick. Boring as hell. This is crazy. I feel like this is a Squid Game. The longer we watch the death toll rise, the less shocking they became, and the more money dropped into this glorious piggy bank ahead, above.
아 이거 합격이란 게 있긴 있는 거야?
I know, that's the thing. Like, how do you pass? How do you pass?
여덟 번째 참가자 설씨 가문의
Baochai.
보차.
어머, 아는 사람이다.
Oh, she was technically our competition, but it seemed that she managed to give the sinners quite the positive impression with yesterday's brief encounter. Some of them were even cheering her on. Oh no, I am nervous. I am nervous. This is Hong Lu's future wife. We couldn't see exactly what it was that Xue Baochai brought, but she was also holding something as she entered past the curtains.
설가 보차 심사 결과
Uh-oh. After her brief meeting with the judges, which, going by the shadows cast on the curtains, appeared to have gone better than we had expected, she emerged. And as soon as she did, Baochai immediately turned in our direction, at Hong Lu to be exact.
보고 있었구나.
And began excitingly waving her hand. I am so freaking nervous right now. Are you kidding? I feel like she's gonna drop. Don't let this happen. Oh, she passes. Oh my god. Oh my god. The podium beneath her remained shut. Jesus.
맺었던 얼굴이 무적으로 떨어지는 건 보고 싶지 않았기에.
Oh my gosh. Passing connection it may have been, yet I ill wish to see a familiar face be claimed by the abyss. Woo! I'm glad too we saw. Damn.
17번째 참가자
Jia Qiu.
시춘 씨 차례인가 봐요.
I love Xichun. I think Sinclair's got a little crush. She slowly ascended the platform, unaccompanied. She held in her hands a tightly sealed gourd bottle.
비로소 얻었나 보네요.
Looks like she found it. Oh, the water? She found the water from the river we saw in Don Quixote's memories back then?
말도 안 돼. 그 레테를?
정말 그곳에 도달했을 가능성은 한없이 낮습니다.
Infinitely minuscule, but not impossible.
물론 천문학적 확률을 뚫고서 그 강까지 도달했을 확률까지 부정하진 않습니다만 저들의 역량으로
There's
이 짧은
an
시간 동안 가장 깊은 곳 중 한 곳의 원료에
infinitesimal
도달한다는 것은
statistical possibility that she could have reached the river. Yet, not even Faust can conceive how someone of their capabilities could reach the fountainhead of one of the deepest fathoms. This becomes even more impossible when considering the relatively short passage of time since then and now.
모종의 방법을 통해 새어나오거나 맺혀진 일부를 채취한 것은 아닐지.
Oh.
근데 그 강물은 기억을 깊게 재워서 지워줄 뿐일 터 블루불사와 관계가 있는 겐가?
네, 아마도 저들이 원하던 정신의 불사와 밀접한 관계가 있을 테죠. 그 정보를 알고 있는 이도 극소수인 만큼 저 병에 담긴 것이 유효하다면 파우스트 역시 합격률이 높다고 생각합니다.
가시 시춘 합격.
Good job, Xichun.
귀한 걸 얻어왔구나. 네 세가로 이걸 얻으려면 보통의 노력으로는 안 되었을 텐데.
감사합니다, 원춘 언니.
That's a little backhanded compliment, huh? Given the meager size. Given the meager size. Damn, Granny. As Faust expected, all three judges appeared quite satisfied by what Jia Qiu brought before them. Woo! All right, that was pretty intense. That was a pretty intense start to today's video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And we haven't even gone up yet. We still have to go. Oh my
잘 되었으면
goodness.
좋겠네요.
Oh my goodness.
그 다음 18번째
Is it gonna be us?
참가자
18th candidate?
대체 몇
What the hell?
명이나
Yeah,
있는
I know.
거야, 이 집안 사람들은.
I was just thinking the same thing, Heath.
가시 가문의 환
Juan, the Jia family. Oh my god. Gubo. Our first meeting with that man was less than amicable, and I had a strong feeling that another one wasn't going to do anything to improve that. Jia Huan walked up to the platform. We all fell silent, hearing a familiar name. Yeah. Oh boy. I could feel that some sinners were growing tense, some of them even gritting their teeth. And the other man closely following Jia Huan, holding what looked like the egg of an abnormality, was also a familiar face. I'd seen him many times in Isong's memories.
단테, 저 사람들이 입고 온 거 보여요?
에고 장비다.
Ego gears. Oh boy.
LCE처럼 새로운 추출법을 알아냈거나 혹은 로보토미에서 구해온 곳으로 추정되는군요.
구보
I mean, I will say they look
들고 있는 것이
really freaking cool though.
환상체의 알인 듯 보이는구려.
Yeah, but what is the egg though? An egg of what?
저걸 그대로
A
보여줬어요.
dragon? How's that an answer to anything?
해석의 여지에 달렸지만 환상체 역시 불로불사에 가까운 존재라 해석할 수도 있으니까요.
And it is that neighbor immortality.
어떤 환상체의 알인지가 관건이겠군.
Right, exactly. So it all depends on which abnormality it is. And I really don't know what kind of abnormality that even could be.
하지만 제가 아는 가완 형이라면 실패할 거라고 생각되는 것은 절대 목숨을 걸지 않을
No,
거예요.
I mean, they definitely are going to pass. They look too badass to fail. I love the jacket. What an awesome character design. Are you kidding? Passes the first evaluation. I'm so curious to know what that egg is. Contrary to most of our wishes, Jia Huan managed to pass the first round as well. Many more candidates came and went. One of them carried a massive, mysterious coffin. What the? Wong Dai Wei? Wong Dawei. Fail? One of them brought a thick book, and one of them presented a cage so tiny that we couldn't see what was in it. Some of them managed to pass, while some of them were sent screaming into the mysterious abyss. As we waited and watched the candidates come and go, people from N Corp, their turn complete, approached us.
아직 황혼이 되기에는
Oh
이른
my
시간이
gosh.
필요한데 다시 마주하는
Yep.
것이 제법 이르구려.
Yep, early for this meeting. As if to prove his own words back at the LCE that he's come to accept certain things as they are, Isong coolly regarded his old friend who was now working for N Corp.
알량하고 앙상한 새 쉼터가
Gubo.
곧 자네 마음에 든
I mean, he
모양이야.
looks so dang cool.
그리 농하는 건 구인회가 무너진 뒤에 처음 보는 것 같으니.
You must find this small and barren respite of yours quite enjoyable. I have not seen you jest as you do now since the League fell.
어쩐 일로
So therefore, they're here for the Golden Bough.
담소를 나누기엔 쌓인 감정이 많지 않은가.
내가 보자고 한 건 아니니 오해는 마시게. 내 팀메이트가
My
제가
teammate simply wished to have a look at his brother's face.
들린 것뿐이니 말이야.
And I thought I might as well see how you are faring.
가주 대전이 열리니
Like old friends.
모두들 대관원으로 돌아오는구나.
Dang.
그날 이후로는 처음 보네, 형.
This is our first meeting since then.
세상 물정은
Jia Huan.
청맹관이처럼 어둡고 가주라면 칠색팔색을 하던 네가
Oh,
여긴 왜 올라온 거냐?
I know you well enough. You'd normally turn purple with aversion upon hearing even a brief mention of the word hierarch. So why are you here?
저 냄새나는 것들이랑
I love the way he looks, man. Oh my gosh, I love that gold. Gold and then black? A perfect color combination, and then you have the pop of red. Phenomenal. Red hairband, in the earring, the tie, even the eyes.
네 역겨운 속을
Even his name.
모르고 겉에반에 쫓아다니는 설가의 여시? 아니면 아직도 그 시절을 잊지 못하고 허공을 헛도는 말이나 내뱉는 널 싸고 도는 시춘이냐?
Dang, the same boy from her childhood?
왜 살리지 않았지?
Why didn't you save him?
질문을 바꾸지. 왜 그 애만 살린 것이냐, 가보?
Oh.
형, 사람은 필연코 죽기 마련이야.
It's what they're born to do.
곧 다음 심사가 시작됩니다.
Who's that? She looks super nice.
자리로 돌아가 주십시오.
The next candidate will be judged soon. Candidates must return to their seats. She gives a kind of vibe like she'd go around handing out popcorn, a couple of lollipops.
죽어 있는 시종 따위가
You're barely even a living thing. Damn.
돌아가지. 구태여 더 이어갈 대화는 아닐 테니.
아주 만남의 광장이 따로 없고.
Yeah, what is this, a reunion party?
괜히 기분만 잡쳤네. 저 자식들 또 우리 걸 뺏어가려고 온 거
I mean, if we have to fight them to the death, we certainly won't. Because I'm not going to get in the middle of that. That seems like a fight that I do not want.
그런 것 치곤 태도가 묘하긴 했는데.
Yeah, I mean, they've always been arrogant, but today they feel a little bit more cocky than usual.
어느 쪽이든 저들보다 높은 순위로 대전을
Probably
마치는
that
게
ego gear that they
안전할
got. Another one falls. Bump, bump, bump. Another one bites the dust.
이걸 지켜보고 있는 사람들 중에서 저 사람의 가족들도 있을 텐데 괜찮은 걸까요?
Sinclair mutters, watching another candidate fall down the trapdoor.
보고 있다면
I mean, Sinclair's gonna go mad by the end of this.
좋지 않을 것 같은데요.
I've been reading a lot of Lovecraft, and everybody goes insane in those stories. Sinclair would fit perfectly inside of a Lovecraft story. I can imagine how anyone would be okay watching their own fall like.
싱클레어, 우리 뒤쪽에 있는 관계.
Uh-oh. It's our family.
아까 떨어진 자의 부모야.
Oh no. Oh no.
저런 걸 자식이라고 끼고 살았다니.
Oh, dang. We raised that failure as our own son. What a pathetic disappointment.
그래도 우리 셋째는 잘 해낼 거예요.
Third child.
애초에 저 녀석에겐 별로 기대도 하지 않았잖아요.
Wow. Okay. So they don't feel bad. Sinclair feels worse than their own parents.
가주가 되기만을 위해 살아왔다는 건 이런 것까지 포함한
와우.
이야기였나요?
많은 분들이 가주가 되는 걸 간절히 바란답니다. 물론 저분들처럼 자신이 가주가 되는 대신 자신과 친하거나 피로 이어진 누군가 가주가 되는 걸 바라시는 분도 있지만요.
직접 가주가 되지 않더라도 밀접한 이가 가주에 오르는 것으로 평생의 입신양명과 부귀영화를 손에 넣겠다는 심산인가.
그렇게 만든 건
I mean, it's a good strategy, honestly. It's kind of got a low shelf life.
이런 뜻하지 않은 기회로 인해 오랫동안 보지 못했던 형제자매들의 안부도 알 수 있게 되었네요.
27번째 참가자
27!
설씨 가문의 반.
Pan. Okay. Oh my god. What in the world?
설반?
Have we heard of that name before? Have we?
아, 보차 누나의 오라버니 되시는 분이에요.
Oh, Baochai's older brother. What the hell? Why does he look like that? Xue Pan walked up to the platform holding what appeared to be a large jar with multiple talismans plastered over it. Oh no. Talisman.
눈빛이 뭔가 쎄하지 않아?
Yeah, he looks like he's gone crazy.
여기 안 그런 사람이 어디 있어요?
근데 나도 느꼈어. 약간 뭐랄까.
He looks scary. Instead of ascending to the platform and into the curtains, he walked up to the podium.
너 죽고 나 죽자 같은 느낌인데.
What the? He completely lost the plot. Yo, he looks terrifying. Oh, I hate his eyes.
참가자 설반. 항상 안으로 들어가시오.
고든 길이 아니어야.
What's the fun in walking down the straightforward road?
좋은 구경은
Yep. Oh my god, no.
않겠나?
Oh my god, no. Oh no. Oh my god. He places a jar on the ground, and from within, a desiccated hand emerges.
주술 따위로 장난질을 치는 거.
Pathetic sorcerer's trickery. Ryosha muttered with a palpable distaste. Why is he...
안에서 뭐가 나온 거야?
Yeah, what is that? Corpses. Their desiccated flesh covered in a light, sparse layer of old papers crawled out of the jar and began to shamble. Are they zombies? Are we gonna get zombies? I said something about them earlier. They're neither distortions nor abnormalities.
피주머니나 환상체에 종속된 것들과 비슷해 보이는군.
Yo, they're zombies. Let's go.
목표도
Any
무작위겠지.
semblance of consciousness has been stripped from them. They'll attack indiscriminately.
강한 사리를 지속적으로 내보이는 것으로 보아 틀림없이 눈앞에 있는 것들을 무차별적으로 공격할 것 같습니다. 관리자님, 전투 명령을.
Yo, let's go, baby. The jar monsters set upon the audience, stuffing the struggling, still breathing victims into their jars.
범연이 날개에서 주최하는 가주 대전이 진행 중인데 주최 측에서 수습해줘야 하는 거 아니에요?
Yeah, but I guess if it shows, you know, that whatever they're looking for, obviously the three things that he could pass.
가주 대전에서 다른 사람들을 해야만
Right.
안 된다 같은 규칙은 없으니까요.
That's so messed up.
규칙이 없다고 정말 아무 대응도 안 해버린다는 거야? 나 참...
어떻게 해야 해? 우리가 나서야 해?
살아남은 다음에 가주 대전에 무사히 참가를 해야겠죠?
We should probably survive and ensure our safe participation in the family Hierarch War.
이게 뭐야?
Fleeing candidate. As the monsters began to swarm in, some candidates scattered and ran away, while some stood their ground and fought back. Those who did neither were the ones getting slaughtered. I was simultaneously reminded of Sod and the confident smile she flashed at me as she reassured us that we should be able to pass the first round with little to no trouble. Looks like we have no choice but to take them down. Oh my gosh. Little jar zombies? Are you kidding? I hope you are enjoying today's video, Tap Ales. Oh my gosh, this is nuts, man. Look at them. Yo, they look sick. They look sick. Rupture versus Rupture, baby. All right, let's go. This is so awesome, man. This is awesome. Woo! I mean, this is only the first. This is the first test, and this is insane already. I can only imagine what the rest is going to look like. This is crazy. What remained inside the hall after the battle was devastating. Many in the audience seats had fled, as the seats that were once brimming with people were only half filled. Man, look at this devastation. Oh my gosh. And the candidate zone down here was littered with bodies of candidates who were mauled to death. Meanwhile, the jar monsters, having eaten their fill, had already crawled back into the jar. I looked around and saw some candidates still holding tightly onto the treasures they each had brought to the contest, even as they drew their last breaths. In midst of all this destruction stood the cause of this chaos, watching the slaughter play out with assured confidence. Oh my gosh.
이렇게 우둔하고 나약해서야 어찌 불로를 얻고 불사를 말할 수 있겠느냐?
But the thing is like, how is this going to be a pass?
어떻습니까?
How is this going to be a pass?
불로 불사의 단서에 더해 거짓을 구한 자들을 없애는 보배까지 가져왔으니 이것이 저의 답입니다.
Here is my answer to the perennial question.
그 항아리에 진흙을 구해왔구나.
살아남지 못한 이들은 가주의 자격을 갖추지 못했다 보는 것이 옳겠죠.
It can be said that those who fail to survive this do not qualify as family hierarch candidates, yes? Passes.
자칫하다가 다 죽어버릴
Wow.
수 있었는데
Okay.
합격이라니.
I didn't expect that, but I kind of did at the same time. I think he should have failed.
저들의 기준에는 부합되었던 것일 테죠.
겸사겸사 나약한 경쟁자들도 일찌감치 제거해버리고
Right.
저자에겐 일석이조였겠군.
혹시라도 2차전에서 만나게 되면 몇 대 후려 갈기는 걸로는 안 끝날
Yeah, we're
거다.
for sure gonna have to fight him, which is absolutely terrifying. I don't know if I want to do that.
28번째 참가자 사씨 가문의 대지.
I mean, how many people died? How many of the candidates died? But no one walked up to the platform.
모습을 드러내지 않았기에 탈락.
Jia Zhang called a few more names thereafter, but
29번째,
29th candidate,
30번째.
30th?
언뜻 보기에도 인원이 줄었군.
Dang. But none appeared.
어떠들 같으니
MB,
확실히 어중이
the
떠중이
mediocre bunch.
전부 죽은 것 같아요.
남은 것들도 죄 지쳐 헐떡이는 것들뿐.
Ryoshu looked around as though she was doing some sort of critique.
저 덩치는
That lug. Who is it?
응?
Who is that? I love this music. This song right here is so sick, man. This is my favorite song in Limbus. This one gets me so pumped, dude. I turn this song on and jam out. Is this Ryoshu's love interest?
이런
They both smoke. That motherfucker.
이야, 어디다가 흘렸는가 했더만 이런 데서도
Oh
장갑이
my
나타났지?
gosh. I thought you'd gone and vanished into the earth. What the hell are you doing crawling around here?
야, 눈 마주쳤잖아. 인사하라도 오자.
Who is this? Ryoshu? That guy's talking to you, right? Oh, gripping the handle, huh? And in a very, very rare display of raw emotion, I realized that she was anxious and furious.
알던 분이세요?
Oh, that's the thumb!
뭔 떡뜨거. 키가 2m는 되겠는데?
Looks gotta be at least 2 meters tall. What is that?
저자를 바라보지 마세요, 단테. 그리고 여러분들도
What is 2 meters to feet? Hold on, I gotta look it up. Oh, 2 meters is 6.5 feet. Okay, all right. I mean, I'm 6'2" IRL, so yeah, he's pretty
아무
tall.
말씀도 하지 마시기를
He's pretty tall.
권고합니다.
It is strongly recommended that we do not say a word to him.
라제, 나한테 말 걸라면 너희들이 급이 되는지는 한번 생각해보고 씹으려야 할 것 아니냐?
You gotta first rack them teensy brains of yours. Gotta think real hard about whether you even come close to my rank before running your mouths, you hear?
저 새끼 손가락이다. 내 횡.
Li Hong. He's a finger.
엄지는 손가락 중
The thumb.
생명하복의 제일 엄격한 조직입니다.
Ooh. Even among the fingers. Oh. The strictest adherence to rigid hierarchical
그리고 저자는
structure.
엄지의 카포 중에서도 제일 높은 언더보스 직전의 직급.
His rank is immediately beneath the position of a Soto Capo or underboss.
자그마한 실수가 큰 싸움으로 번질 수 있으니 전부 조용히
No.
해주실 것을
No.
명령해 주세요.
We have fought Ricardo plenty of times. I do not want to fight this guy. Please order everyone to not say a word, Dante. I don't know what's going on, but I get it. You're saying that we're this close to having another Ricardo hunting us down, right? Yeah, no, we don't need any more fingers. Yeah, let's avoid that. Do as Faust asks everyone. Li Hong began stomping his way through the crowd toward us, casually but forcefully shoving anyone in his way to the sides. His gait was blasé and brutish, but I noticed that his eyes were fixed intently on Ryoshu. It seemed that among the crowd were some people in higher positions as well, but even they either averted their eyes or voluntarily got out of his way. He marched confidently through the frozen crowd, as though he was familiar with this kind of reception, until a cry rang out from the crowd.
에바, 너 지금 어느 안전이라고 남궁
Uh-oh.
현아 도련님의 자리까지 와서 시야를 막는 거냐?
Oh,
이 자리는 장차 4대 가문이
Okay.
될 우리 남궁.
we're about to see the power. I'll have you know that you stand before the retinue of the Non-Gong family, the house that shall soon be one of the 4 houses. Bloink! Instead of a reply, we heard a blast of gunpowder, then saw the right arm of the man who spoke out catapult into the air. Oh, damn. The scream muffled as Li Hong forcibly shoved his giant hand down the man's throat. Then, with the sound of wet meat being pulled apart, he ripped the entire length of the man's tongue out. Oh my god.
남궁현아 도련님, 아그들 입단속 못했으니까
Oh my god. You owe me an army now. Mighty sorry, but you should have kept a tighter leash on your boy's jaw. And the young master of some prestigious house presented his right hand. Though it was clear that he was utterly terrified, Li Hong proceeded to grab his hand and break it off. His forearm like snapping a twig.
반가운 낯짝 봐서 기준 좀 널널하게 잡아준 것인께 버튼 좀 말고 조심해라.
Oh my god.
거미적은 그립겠어. 하긴 그리울 리가
The spider's
있겠어.
house.
나도 갈 때마다 기분이 거시기하더만.
Gives me the heebie-jeebies too, whenever I gotta swing by.
나중에 얼굴 좀 보자.
What is this spider's house?
그때처럼 한 번 더 칼 쥐는 법 좀 제대로 가르쳐줄라.
Real good, right? Like back when.
아야, 그래도 그 중에 내가 제일 만나게 쓰는 법을 가르쳐줬잖아.
Oh, damn. So they got some history. So Ryoshi was tied to the hand. To Mr. Thumb here.
류슈 씨, 아직 때가 아닙니다.
Yeah, now is not the time. Faust whispered to Ryoshi in a low voice without raising her head.
닥쳐봐.
입사 전의 약속을 아직 기억하시리라. 파우스트는 믿습니다.
Oh, what was the promise? Are we gonna learn?
어깨에 힘 좀 빼라. 네 데리러 온 것도 아니고 그때처럼 뭘 가르쳐주려고 온 것도 아닌
I ain't here to
게.
pick you up. I sure as hell ain't try to teach you a lesson either, like back when.
이 새끼 아직 그 집에 있잖아. 아니요?
Your baby's still at the house? Wait a minute. She has a kid? Ryoshi was grabbing the hilt of her sword like she was about to unsheath it. The same sword she refused to unsheath for the duration of our entire journey.
아닌가? 이제 어떤가? 글쎄 뭔 일이 있었디야. 나가 그 사정은 잘 몰라서 말이지. 뭐
Guess
그래도
something sure as hell
일이
went
있긴
down
했나
though, didn't
보네.
it? Oh, what?
이야,
What?
겁나 재미지다. 근데 니 진짜 그 건 뺄라고?
I wonder what happens when she does unsheath it though. Are we gonna have like a Virgilius moment?
류슈 씨,
In a quiet but coldly stern voice, Faust calls Ryoshu's name. Ooh. Ryoshu. What the hell? The hell is this? Weren't we told to put our phones on silent before this?
아따 웃자스까니. 면접 없으시면 안 받으려 그래도
It's the
안
underboss
받을 수가
calling, y'all gotta
없거든.
understand. What a ringtone! I love that.
다음에 네가 애비들 얘기나 거시기 해보자고.
So the thumb
요즘에
Ryoshu is intertwined with. Interesting. I'll meet you later. We can talk about your daddies or shoot some other shit then. See you around Yoshihide? The strange man turns around and stomps his way through the crowd again, his booming voice reverberating across the entire hall as he loudly and boisterously answers the call. He's got to be here for the family Hierarch War, right?
누가 가주가 되느냐에 따라 당분간의 H사 방향이 결정되니 다양한 자들의 이권이 보이지 않는 곳에서부터 눈앞에까지 펼쳐질 테죠.
Wow.
그래도 히스클리프 씨 이번에는 잘 참아줬네요. 중직 때처럼 사고 치면 어쩔까 걱정했는데.
Yeah, we're not gonna do anything like that. No.
엄지는 나도 조직 생활 때 몇 번 얽혀봐서 알아. 그리고 중직 거는 나도 진짜 몰랐던 거고. 그리고 저 자식.
Yeah. No, we're all done with anything dealing with a hand.
우리가 마주쳤던 리카르도보다도 강하고 위협적인 강자로 판단된다.
엄지는 엄지대로 어마무시하구려. 중지와는 다른 흉악한 폭력성.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, as cool as he is freaking terrifying. I hope we don't have to fight him in this Canto. That could be Ryoshu's Canto, please. As we were all sharing our impressions of Li Hong, I found Ryoshu frozen in place, in the same position she had been in when Li Hong walked past her, spacing out.
소집까지인가?
All the way to the pinky, huh? Ryoshu muttered something to herself as he even further chaos was about to overtake the crowd and the candidates.
32번째 참가자.
What number are we? Jia Zhang called upon the next candidate, and at the mere mention of the name, the chaos had swallowed the hall, immediately settled into a hushed silence. Oh, okay. Welcome back. It's good to see you. You're terrifying. Jia Qiu walked up to the platform, unaccompanied by his own faction, but not alone. Who are those people next to Jia Qiu?
저는 초면이네요. 아, 그렇다면 저분이 가치우 형님이 찾은 블로불사의 답인가 보네요.
But how are they the answers?
대체 어떤 사람들이길래?
전투적으로 그렇게 뛰어난 자들 같지는 않아 보이건만.
오히려 불안한 듯이 연신 두리번거리시네요.
Is he gonna do something to them? Like turn them into something?
저 자는 도서관의 생존자라고 파우스트는
Survivors
생각합니다.
of the library. Oh, damn. Survivors.
피할 수 없었던 어떤 불가항력에서
Wow. So they escaped the library.
유일하게 살아남아 그것을 설명할 수 있게 된 자일 수도요.
1차 심사 참가자.
Jia Qiu didn't spend much time behind the curtains. He walked out soon after, his steely expression unchanged from when he entered it.
증언을 들어보니 확실하구나. 도시의 별을 넘어 결국 사라져버린 그곳에서 살아나온 이가 맞다.
당시 초대장을 구하지 못한 것이 이제 와서 아쉬운 일로 남게 되었군요.
They wanted an invitation to the library. Jia Qiu's expression did not budge.
긴장이라는 걸 하긴 했을까?
그럼 남은 참가자는 더 이상 없나?
Wait, what about us?
이 자리에 와주신 4대 가문 모두에게
잠깐만요.
Unlike Jia Qiu, whose appearance plunged the hall into utter stillness, Hong Lu's sudden interjection roused the room to a roaring chaos of confusion once again.
아직 마지막 참가자가 남은 것 같아서요.
그게 무슨 말이냐? 심사에 나서는 자들의 내역은 이것으로.
제가 남았거든요. 가시 가문의 보옥이 가주 심사에 참가합니다.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How good is this Canto, man? Holy cow. Woo! All right, this is where we are going to end today's video. As always, things are getting freaking insane. Insane. This Canto is really doing a good job kind of mixing a lot of the Sinner's background and history in it. It feels like fuller, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, we are still seeing a bit of Don Quixote's in here. Now Ryoshu's and a little bit of Otis, I do believe we saw in the beginning as well. So a lot is going on in this Canto, and I am really loving it. The freaking thumb. I am so nervous that we are going to have to fight him later on. I'm hoping that they just save that boss fight for Ryoshu's Canto. Please, for the love of God, I do not want another Ricardo moment. But what a Canto, as always. This game just, it always impresses me. I love this game so much. But that is it for today's video, Tadpales. I hope you enjoyed it. Double check to make sure you are subscribed, and while you are down there, hit the like button. But I appreciate all of you watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.